And I got a call from somebody named Oprah Winfrey. Hi, Jamie Foxx, it's Oprah Winfrey. And I ended up having to go meet with her and says, Jamie.
See, this is where it get juicy, right?
Yeah.
Because you're saying the right things, but you're asking me questions that I can't answer.
I can't wait. I can't wait for everybody to find out what's really been going on in the background.
I hate, I detest, I despise someone that would prey on the weak.
What if one of the biggest sports personalities in America dropped a bombshell about Oprah Winfrey's personal life? Shannon Sharpe, former NFL star and TV personality, has reportedly revealed shocking details about Oprah's relationships with some of Hollywood's biggest names. From powerful actors to influential musicians, this alleged list of celebrities Oprah has been romantically linked to is causing a stir in the industry. But is there more to this story than meets the eye? Shannon Sharpe has never been one to shy away from sharing his thoughts, whether it's on the field or in the realm of entertainment. However, his latest revelation about Oprah Winfrey has taken his outspoken nature to a whole new level. According to rumors, Sharpe has exposed a list of A-list celebrities with whom Oprah allegedly had romantic relationships, and the internet can't stop buzzing about it. Though no concrete evidence or footage has surfaced yet, the idea of a list involving Oprah and top-tier celebrities has sparked intense debate. Could there be any truth to these claims, or is it just another case of Hollywood?
I hate, I detest, I despise someone that would prey on the weak. And because Jerry Jones is in an advantageous situation, because he has the power in this situation, he would actually say that publicly. That tells me a lot about a man. That'll tell me a lot about a man that has power and would abuse that power to tell that man, I will get somebody in here to ask me favorable questions. That is absolutely that guy's job, is to ask, Jerry, why didn't, Stephen A., what you should have done is said, well, Jerry, you see the way you guys were getting ran through last year? And you mean to tell me you had guys on the bench that could have done a better job and you're waiting till this year to play them? That doesn't sound very smart to me. Well, I don't know about you, Saturday Swagoo, but normally guys that can play, they normally play. But back to this. What do you think his job was? See, Jerry wants all the credit when things go well, but none of the blame. He told us how many times, the buck stopped with me. Any deal that's ever happened, I either signed off on it or I got notified of it. Now, you getting trounced. You getting run through like Sherman went through Atlanta during the Civil War, and now you want no part of it when they ask you about it. Boy, this is embarrassing. And I don't take this lightly.
Oprah Winfrey has always been a dominant force in Hollywood, with a media empire that spans decades and an influence that reaches far beyond the entertainment industry. Oprah's name is synonymous with success and power. However, despite her public persona as a philanthropist and media icon, Oprah's personal life has always remained a subject of speculation. Over the years, various rumors have circulated about Oprah's relationships with high-profile individuals, but she has always maintained an air of privacy about her personal life. Now, with Shannon Sharpe allegedly bringing these secrets to light, the public is eager to know more.
He's the best at explaining how marriage works, and you've helped me so much in my relationship, really. He is the author of Getting the Love You Want, which I think is the best book on this subject ever. Getting the Love You Want, especially if you're going into a relationship. Harville, you say that if you are disappointed and you are frustrated, you are unhappy with your marriage, it could be a good sign.
Yes, it is a good sign because it means growth is trying to happen.
Means growth is trying to happen.
Growth is trying to happen.
Frustrated!
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
to grow out of that.
Right.
Yeah.
All frustration is rooted in unfinished business in childhood and also defenses that were developed in childhood.
All frustration.
All frustration. I have to correct that. All chronic repetitive frustration.
All chronic repetitive frustration.
You know, like you're always late, you're never there.
You don't pay enough attention to me.
You don't pay enough attention.
Yeah.
The stuff that's just said over and over again. What's being expressed there is something that's rooted in a frustration in childhood of a parent who wasn't available, a parent who wasn't reliable, So when you get married, there's an activation of those unfinished needs. And so
While Sharpe is best known for his sports commentary and larger-than-life personality, his alleged involvement in this scandal is surprising. If these claims are true, the list reportedly contains the names of several high-profile celebrities, including actors, musicians, and business moguls. Some of the biggest names in entertainment, many of whom have long-standing ties to Oprah, are allegedly part of this revelation. Though Sharpe has not directly spoken about this topic in his usual sports commentary format, rumors suggest that he has insider information about Hollywood's elite. If this list exists, it would certainly add a layer of intrigue to Oprah's otherwise carefully managed public image.
Hi, it's Sunday again. Hey, Super Solars. So glad to have you joining us this fabulous Sunday, wherever you are. Today, we got a show that gets right to the soul of your relationship. Dr. Harville Hendrix is one of my very favorite relationship experts and was a frequent guest on the Oprah Show over the years. In fact, he graced our stage a lot, like up there with Tom Hanks as many times.
The second that Shannon became available, and I like that you did this, by the way. Right. I like that you, hey, right. I make no qualm, I would like him over here. I like that for the business. But for the skip stuff, I was like, oh, no, that's a jab, that hurts. You're gonna go after the co-host so soon. You didn't care.
I didn't look at it that way.
Got it.
I would have looked at it that way if Shannon left of his own volition. I'm telling you he didn't. I'm telling you he was pushed out.
That's the first time I've ever heard that.
Well, I'm telling you, and it's fact. Now they can deny it. He wouldn't. I can promise you that. He was pushed out. He didn't want to leave. He was notified that your services will no longer be needed. But again, that's his story to tell.
Course.
But I'm telling you what I know. I'm giving you facts. And so when I saw that, it wasn't just that I know the brother's talented. It wasn't just that I know he's a 3-time Super Bowl champion and an NFL Hall of Famer. It wasn't just that I knew that he had been doing television the last 6 years. I saw me from the standpoint of I was let go in 2009 and left for dead. And they were writing my epitaph, and they were like, Stephen A's career's over. He blew it. He had the opportunity of a lifetime. He effed it up and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, there was nobody in the present day Stephen A. Smith position as the guy in sports media, as the executive producer for the #1 sports morning show that could speak up for me at that time. And I said, this is why I'm here. It's my responsibility. So, you know, it's nothing new. When you look at Swagoo, Marcus Spears, and you see his new contract, when you see Ryan Clark and all the things that he's doing, when you see a Kimberly Martin that was a NFL reporter and now she's on television, when you see a Monica McNutt and all this stuff, like, you know what? I'm at a point in time where if I don't want you on First Take, you ain't coming on First Take.
Rumors about celebrity relationships are nothing new in Hollywood, but what makes this story particularly shocking is the involvement of Oprah Winfrey, a figure who has managed to maintain her pristine reputation over decades of being in the public eye. While many celebrities have been embroiled in scandal, Oprah has largely avoided the headlines when it comes to her romantic life. However, with Shannon Sharpe allegedly bringing attention to this secretive aspect of her life, it's raising questions about how much we really know about Oprah's relationships. Could there be a darker side to her relationships with powerful men in Hollywood? Or is this just another case of sensationalized gossip?
First of all, Stedman is so fine. He has always been fine.
He's always been fine.
What you do with all of this, Oprah? What you do with all of that?
But this is the thing. I've never snooped.
Okay.
This is the thing. You need somebody where you don't have to snoop.
Okay.
That's number one.
That's number one.
Right.
That's true.
That's right. If you got to snoop, it's already a problem.
So what you know?
If you think I got to check his phone, I got to look at his wallet, I'd say I've been there. I've been there.
Yeah.
Where I followed him all the way to his other girlfriend's house.
Oh, but
not Stedman.
Okay.
This was in my younger days. Follow him all the way to his other girlfriend's house. I saw it with my own eyes, and then when I said, I saw you. He said, you gonna believe me or your lying eyes?
Oh my God.
Really?
And
and then I'm like, well, maybe that wasn't his car.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
The list of celebrities Oprah has allegedly been romantically linked to is rumored to include some of the biggest names in the entertainment industry. While no official names have been confirmed, speculation has pointed to several influential figures who have had close ties to Oprah over the years. Whether these relationships were professional, personal, or something more remains unclear, but the buzz surrounding the allegations has left fans guessing. As viewers eagerly await more details, it's worth considering how these relationships, if true, may have shaped both Oprah's career and the careers of those around her.
I often say that I feel really badly for kids, particularly young kids now. I actually said this to Justin Bieber when he turned 18. I interviewed him when he turned 18. And I said, I don't know how you're going to be able to figure out who you are. Because if you're 12 years old and you get discovered on YouTube, you think that is your life.
Right.
And it takes a long time, you know, hardships, difficulties, struggles and stuff to figure out who you are. And it's really hard. That's why I feel for him and others like him who've grown up in the public, because all your mistakes are on the news.
Right.
You know?
Especially now.
Especially now.
I mean, back when I started, you didn't have social media, so you could afford to make a couple of mistakes.
You just had the tabloids.
Yeah,
right.
Which we thought were awful at the time.
Yes.
But boy,
now it's 100-fold. With any mistake that you make is glorified, and you have the haters and the trolls and all that stuff. So it's very hard to figure out who you are in the spotlight of everybody else telling you who you are. And this is what I do know for sure. If you come to this world of fame, or you suddenly make the lottery and you get a lot of cousins, you get money?
I had a grandma once, really. Yeah. A woman told me she was my grandmother. Really? I said, no, you're not. I said, I had two grandmas, you ain't either one of them.
No, and cousins come from everywhere. Oh my gosh. So when that starts happening to you and everybody's telling you based on their idea of who you are, it's hard for you to figure it out. Because look at your path to figuring out who you are. All the mistakes you made in high school and college, and the boyfriends and girlfriends you made mistakes with. Imagine if every time you made a mistake, it's amplified all over the
news. You care about haters? I mean, because people have such anger online now. It's incredible hatred that I don't remember ever experiencing as frequently.
There's nothing like it.
To the spotlight, but this latest rumor places him at the center of a different kind of drama. Known for his bold opinions on sports, Sharpe has always had a knack for drawing attention to the issues he cares about. But could his alleged involvement in this scandal indicate that he knows more about Hollywood than he's let on? Sharpe's outspoken nature makes it easy to believe that he might have some insider knowledge of the entertainment world, especially given his celebrity status. Whether or not these claims hold any truth, Sharpe's alleged revelations have undoubtedly sparked curiosity. As the rumors about this list of celebrities continue to swirl, all eyes are on Oprah Winfrey to see how she responds. Will she break her silence and address the allegations, or will she continue to maintain her usual privacy regarding her personal life? Given her massive influence and careful management of her public image, Oprah's response, or lack thereof, could either fuel the speculation or put an end to it altogether. Oprah's reputation for handling sensitive topics with grace and authority might make it difficult for this story to gain traction, but in Hollywood, anything is possible.
Kamala Harris sat down with good friend and arguably America's most famous television host, Oprah Winfrey. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, it was as sickening as you'd imagine.
The real measure of the strength of a leader is based on who you lift up. And it's important for us,
absolutely,
to articulate that.
You know, majority of young Americans, 18 to 34, say that the cost of living is their top issue ahead of the election. Let's take a look.
Groceries are extremely expensive right now.
I don't understand how people are affording life right now.
By a long shot, her tax plan is phenomenal, no glaze.
Kamala Harris just delivered her new economic plan, and boy, oh boy, is it good for small business owners.
You guys, Kamala Harris is going to announce tomorrow a $25,000 tax credit for first-time home buyers.
Now, we didn't just get this off the internet afterwards. This was part of the Oprah special. Now, she did her usual thing as well, of course, pointing out the complete obvious.
And I look around at these screens, Oprah, I look at who's in the room, and this is America. This is America.
Yes, it is America. Now, Oprah made the unintentionally very powerful, I thought, point that something about Kamala changed drastically when Joe Biden withdrew. This was Kamala's response to that.
You know, we each have those moments in our lives where it's time to step up. Time to step up. Time to step up, you know?
Yeah, see, I reckon the time to step up might just have potentially been 3.5 years ago when she became the vice president. I mean, better late than never, absolutely. And at least some in the audience were willing to ask proper questions.
So at the time, I was partying so much and getting into a lot of trouble before the Oscars was coming up, and I got a call from somebody named Oprah Winfrey. Hi, Jamie Foxx, it's Oprah Winfrey. And I ended up having to go meet with her and says, Jamie, you got a real opportunity to win this, but you got to slow down. Because I didn't know it was a campaign.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So she ended up taking me to a party. And at the party, it was at Quincy Jones's house. And Quincy comes up, hey, man, shit, man, you're doing a great job, man. That Ray Charles, man, you killed that son of a bitch, man. It's amazing, man. Man, yeah, come on in, man. I see the records on the wall. And
As more information emerges about Shannon Sharpe's alleged list of celebrities tied to Oprah Winfrey, the public is left wondering how much of this is real and how much is just another Hollywood rumor. With no official confirmation from Sharpe or Oprah, the truth remains elusive, but the impact of these allegations is already making waves across the industry. Whether these claims are based on fact or fiction, one thing is certain: Hollywood's secrets have a way of coming to light, and this story is far from over. Stay tuned as we continue to unravel the details behind this shocking revelation.